Hello, I'm RJ Minnie. I play Walter White Jr.
And I'm Peter Gould. I am co-executive producer, and I wrote this one.
Hi, I'm Bob Odenkirk. I play Saul Goodman.
I'm Vince Gilligan, executive producer.
Michelle McLaren, executive producer.
Brian Cranston playing Walt, and I directed this episode.
Wow, so far it's like Born Identity.
I know.
Sorry. Go ahead, Anna.
Oh, thank you, Bob. I'm Anna Gunn. I play Skylar.
And I'm Melissa Bernstein, co-executive producer.
Well, that was a challenge.
That was some cool
Just getting
stuff,
through
the
the
skateboarding.
intros.
Yeah.
Success.
Yeah,
Those
but
kids were good, huh?
we're missing some pretty... This is the first thing that people will see in the new season.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's the real backyard swimming pool at
What
the
the
faux White House.
Heck,
And
Walter
then,
White's
who's this
evil
go-
twin.
What's
Could it
this?
be?
And Brian, there was some quite a bit of research we did in debating about whether we could actually do that skateboarding.
Yeah. Normally, you're thinking skateboarding in an empty pool where it's gunite and plaster, and this is not the case. They had a
Fiberglass.
fiberglass
Yeah.
shell
Yeah.
that was placed in there, and and the angles of the walls didn't lend themselves to doing many tricks or being very safe, and so we had to do several audition processes through that, and to find the right guys to be able to do it, and it was tough. It was tough to find, and we were worried about damaging the pool, and we'd have to pay them for a brand new pool if we did so, and it was like, oh my God, starting off with a bang with our last 8.
And working with our homeowners that we've been working with since the pilot and having them allow us to take their house to this.
Fran and Lewis have been
Level of
champions
destruction.
from the very beginning.
There was a very confused delivery guy who thought that something terrible had happened
That's
at
right.
this house.
The Culligan guy showed up.
right.
Is that right?
Yeah. Didn't realize it was a set and thought something
Yeah.
terrible had happened.
Now, this is in our real house, on our stage, and the great art department had to come in, take what was pristine and nice, and ruin it, and just beat the hell out of it.
But in such a way that it could be put back, because then you guys had to put it back within a day or two.
We had this was first up. I think we scheduled this to shoot this right away, and so they can get back and put it all back in place.
You guys haven't commented on this, but as a viewer of this show, this feels like you really don't know where you are. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know you're in the house,
Yeah.
but it's like, is it years later?
Right.
I mean, when I read this,
Oh, yeah.
I remember picturing it and thinking, so what?
Yeah.
Is it 10 years later? I mean,
Yeah.
you're in such a different world and you don't know what happened. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's when I tell people about this final 8 and how great it's going to be and surprising it's going to be, I think about this part of the story, which...
Yeah.
I wanted to give a shout out to Tristan Chavez, one of our crew members who was actually in that sequence with the skateboarders, and he helped shoot some of the material on a video cam.
He was actually in that shot. He
Yeah.
was actually shooting. Yeah. And he's got a big BRBA on his buttock now. Big tattoo.
This is an awesome
At the wrap
shot,
party.
Brian.
I love this shot.
Yeah, it's great.
Isn't that awesome?
Like a
It's
cyclops.
like what I loved about it from a standpoint of a story is that he lost sight of who he was.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think of it that way. This lady did a great job.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Hello, Carol.
Cheryl Ford Menti.
Cheryl. Cheryl did a great
Cheryl
job.
played Carol. And
Brian, I remember watching you work with her on that bag, how to drop it exactly so that the oranges would fall out.
fall
just
forward.
That way, yes.
yeah, there was a way to hold that in order to ensure that. And you didn't want to see that she was forcing it down.
Yeah.
It had to slip through her fingers.
Nice job. Got a good squeeze song over this.
I like the little glimpse you can see of Skylar and Walt's wedding picture up there on the left.
Which is,
Hap-
it looks like you're wearing a fez.
Probably not the best Photoshop job ever.
Happy days.
And we debated, I'm not being funny here, we debated long and hard in the music and sound effects spotting session whether we should hear a flush here. Do you remember that, Peter?
Yeah, well,
And-
it was,
and Michelle?
he could have had the Archie Bunker entrance.
Yeah. Because we weren't even being funny, like, you know, are people going to say, "Gee, why didn't he flush?" Or are they going to laugh when they hear the flush? Or it's like we decided to go without.
You're going to get a lot of letters from that.
I'm glad you didn't, because it wasn't. When he sat down on that throne, he forgot what his business was when he found the book.
Yes.
Yeah, well, so maybe he does the business a little bit later in the car.
Yeah.
In the
He
purple
shots
bag.
himself.
Poor Marie.
And this is exactly the shot that we had of Walt just a few moments ago. What an interesting visual echo.
Yeah.
Thank
Brian, you really did a hell of a job directing this episode.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is great so far. I haven't heard a thing, but looks great.
And only, what, 30 degrees colder than it was?
Yeah, this
Right.
So we
Last season.
actually shot this on stage.
This
didn't
was
we?
on
This part's
stage,
on stage,
yeah.
right?
where we had to convert. We have a very small area that we could actually shoot a little bit on stage, and then we had to watch our angles. So the angles from Dean's standpoint is all down, and that allowed us to shoot on stage. But one of the things I wanted to make sure that Walt had the baby in his hands when he was being.
But that's the real place.
That's a real place there,
And
yeah.
it was cold.
There, do you see that?
Yes, you can see that.
Condensation coming.
I remember listening, Anna. I remember being on the headphones and listening to you. And you were saying inside, "Okay, I'm very warm. I'm warm. I'm so warm.
It's so hot.
It's so
Very
hot."
hot.
I loved hearing you psych yourself up
Look
like
how
that.
cute that baby is.
Oh,
This,
look,
this,
watch.
this baby's
Oh, yes.
amazing. 'Cause
Watch, bye-bye.
Yes.
most
The
kids
smile.
would look at the camera that's
Yeah.
behind Hank's head.
Yeah.
She just follows the action.
And you'll see a lot more of her in the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But
Baby
see,
Mo.
not so good there. I'm like, oh, it's so cold. I'm going to cross my arms.
And now
very
a little
cold.
call forward.
Yeah, Carol.
Carol.
That was a good touch.
And that was and that was your idea, Brian. I thought it was great.
Yeah, that was a good touch. That was that was not in the script. Yeah.
Your stomach okay?
So you being these guys are being pulled by a truck here, or is that? Or they're on a trailer?
Yeah, this is a process trailer.
So there are cops all around us, ahead of
Yeah.
us, beside us. And one of the challenges is not to see the police presence in the rear window.
And the difficulty is the height. So this is an SUV. We had to put the truck, the SUV, on a trailer that's being pulled by a truck. But then it would create too much height. I don't know. We had a lot of discussions about this. And so we had to put it on there and then deflate the tires to bring the height of it down to what is more acceptable.
That just those couple of inches of letting the air
Yeah.
out of the tires
Made a
made the difference?
huge difference.
I
Yeah.
love those shots.
That's a great shot.
Again, we
this
had a
is great, too.
GoPro in that mailbox hidden.
Yeah.
And then
That's a great
Hank's
shot.
POV, I wanted it to be just wildly out of focus.
We use that camera. It cuts in for a couple seconds here and there. It cuts in just fine, and it costs so little that you can put it in risky shots like that and risk getting it destroyed.
This is the GoPro. It's about the size of a cigarette pack.
It's pretty cool.
You can throw them off of a roof.
Yeah.
All they did was rule
We should do that.
That shot was important because we had to establish that they did go to the hospital after this, and so he is removing any remnants of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that close-up really told you everything you needed
It
to know.
did,
It was very
right
nicely
there.
done. I like that. Told you he had been at the hospital.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Hank!
Yeah, in the original, I think the original we broke this, there was a lot more medical stuff.
Yeah.
And it was nice it's nice to get the story moving here because you want to see what Hank's going to see.
Well, you actually wrote the scene. There was a scene. He has his panic attack, and then you cut to 20 minutes later, and the ambulance arrives. Right?
Yeah.
And then we figured we didn't need it.
Uh-oh. And I think here he is. He's kind of hoping that isn't true
Yeah.
still. And that's so much of what we're tracking in this episode is Hank's thought process and his emotion as he kind of assimilates this and realizes what's really going on and knows.
Because
in
he
his
so
guts.
doesn't want it to be true.
No,
Absolutely.
you're right. That would be a bad feeling.
Yeah, we get a lot of use out of this garage in this episode.
Yeah,
This is a real garage,
the
right?
practical garage. Yeah.
And you had to shoot a lot of night for day in that garage, I think.
Mhm. Yeah. Again, we're shooting in the winter season, so we didn't have a lot of time. So had to shut it down and just pound lights through the outside windows.
I love what you do with your foot here, Brian.
What, my foot?
Watch.
Yeah, that's
I love
nice.
that. That's so
That's
great.
nice, yeah.
He's
I
all
like that.
jazzed because she said good morning.
I know, she said good morning. We have hope.
It's so much fun to see this little hopeful moment in their relationship. You know, you know, if Hank hadn't found that book, this could have all worked out pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Their costumes coordinated.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah. And that's not an accident. You guys, I mean, we talked about that.
We think a lot about it.
Thinking about pulling these characters together as if they're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, Jennifer Bryant, our costume designer, her department, her crew, does a wonderful job.
Terrific job.
Comes up with great ideas, as did Kathleen DeToro before her. We've been blessed with really wonderful folks who really know their jobs.
For me, this was always a return to Sweater Walt. There was that moment in season 2, I think it was, where he suddenly we cut forward and there was Walt in the sweater.
In his pink sweater?
In his pink sweater, and this is kind of the return.
Anytime a character, from my standpoint, has a sweater on, it softens the look. And anytime you have a crew neck shaped sweater as opposed to a V-neck, it softens it even more.
Yeah.
So you take those angles away from it, and it, yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I think
it
it's true.
softens
That's
it.
interesting, yeah.
It was really cold that day too.
Cold that day.
You'd never know it.
I'm happy about the cold though. I have layers in every scene.
That's true. We put you in a lot of layers.
I
That's
love
true.
this reveal of Lydia.
Yeah,
this is just so nice.
With her sunglasses.
Yeah, and then seeing your reflection. in it.
Yeah, that's a great shot,
How
Brian.
did they get both of you in the same frame? That's what I'm. You're a tall drink of water there, Anna.
Well, I wanted to be able to not know who it was until the very last moment. That was the whole goal of that.
Yeah, it's a great reveal.
68%.
And we had a lot of discussion about how much to explain to the audience about how Walt left things with all these underworld folks. And this is so it's like the iceberg. We just see the little tip of what he left, how he left it.
Yeah.
This is her problem, not
He's
his.
certainly not pleased to see her there.
This is your real beard, right?
Yeah.
Because something we didn't talk about in the teaser, you got the hair and the full beard, and that was all wonderfully done, makeup and hair, wig and fake beard and stuff.
And prosthetic makeup.
Prosthetic makeup.
Well, no, it wasn't.
No, it was real.
That was,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
that
no,
was
wait a minute,
real.
that's
Yeah.
right. Okay, that was your real hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why we shot it first.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
Shoot all that first, and then I shaved my head and shaved down the beard to a Van Dyke.
That's
But
right.
you did have prosthetics on there, your neck.
Yeah,
And,
then-
and cheeks and stuff for prosthetics. Yeah.
I have a little bit of turkey neck, but not that much.
Oh no, not at all. And but then later on, because everyone listening to this has no doubt seen all the episodes. Later on, you do have a wig and a fake beard on.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how they cut together like
And
you know,
nylons and high heels. Don't forget that.
Well, we had different stages of wigs and beards in the season because of certain flashbacks.
Yeah.
I like this
And
this
flash
coming
forward.
up here, Peter. It was really wonderful, a nice little twist. He's so used to lying that we're expecting him to here.
Yeah.
And he's turning over a new leaf.
It's all going to be just fine.
She's a former business associate who wants me to go back.
Now we're starting to watch the scene. This is the deadly thing on these commentary
Yeah,
tracks.
right. Exactly.
It's so
You
good.
get sucked in.
How can you not?
Well, this is the third and last episode that I've directed on Breaking Bad, but the first time that I've actually had the writer with me, and I was very grateful to be able to have another set of eyes,
Yeah.
because Vince usually writes that first episode of the season, and he's can't be out in Albuquerque. He has to stay at the writers' room in Burbank to break the other stories.
And just to explain, when Brian does direct, Brian has to direct the first episode of the season because a director has to prep, and it's the only time where you're not shooting. So that's we don't have an option there.
Yeah.
And it's of course a nice episode to direct.
I love this moment with you, Anna.
That's a great shot.
Where,
Yeah.
where Skylar just reads this lady the ride, and then you do feel the height difference between these two.
I know.
It's just
I know. But he's like, I'm okay, I'll be leaving now.
Yeah, you really gave her what for there. That was
Get
great.
out.
Delbert McClinton. I love his T-shirt there. Delbert McClinton's awesome.
There's a lot of decisions that are made in every single pre-production and production. For instance, there was a scene that was cut from the final version of this episode of Marie waking up and discovering that Hank was not in bed with her. And it was a nice little moment, but ultimately we felt that this would tell the story as well. And you have to make these tough decisions. Even though it was written well, it would take 2-3 hours production time, and do we have that time? It's a constant battle.
It is, and I think in this case we put it on as a target of opportunity, and we pretty much knowing that we weren't going to get to shoot it, but just in case.
Well, I believe it was the same day that we were shooting the final scene of the episode, which was a barn burner.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And so when you use that term, and I think it's appropriate, target of opportunity, it's pushed to the end of the schedule. And if we have an unbelievably quick day and we're able to get to it, then let's shoot it. If not, then we have
plan B.
We have to let it go.
Yeah.
I one of the things I really enjoyed about this is how we get these little glimpses of moments from all the seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the characters come rushing back.
This is very well put together. Very well shot, very well edited by Kelly Dixon.
And we got to use Word Mule.
Yeah.
it's
by
great
Jim
song.
White.
Jim White, who I went to NYU with, who's a wonderful, very talented composer and musician. And we finally got a Jim White song on
Very
the show.
good.
It's a great song. He's if you don't know Jim White, do yourself a favor and get some of his music. He's great. Check him out.
Now, a lot these shots here were done back on the stage. It was one of those that we had to take it all with us and do it back on the stage because we just didn't want to take the time at the practical location to shoot that when we had limited daylight and whatnot. So.
No, and I think some of this was shot night for day, so it's actually night out the windows. And Michael bounced light off the hillside, didn't he? To make it look like
to make it
daylight.
look like, yeah. He was able to get
Wow.
some of these, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, boy, those are the days.
So none of these had to be recreated? These are all, most of these photos from past episodes and whatnot?
And including that video from season 2?
Season one.
Season one.
106.
And we
Also a Peter Gould episode.
That's right.
My first one.
Yeah.
This would be a great project for one of the fans to take this scene and go frame by frame and figure out
Great shot.
what each thing is.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
And Mark Hansen's prop team did a great job.
Yeah.
Pulling
They
all
did.
those
To
pieces
go back
together.
and
And they've kept them.
Bring it
They
home.
kept them all filed neatly away, and
okay.
they know better.
This is a scene that is a personal favorite of Peter Gould's.
I love this one too.
It wrote this beautiful monologue about these guys debating the merits of Star Trek, and with such fervor and absolute commitment to it, and it gave a wonderful juxtaposition between Jesse's mood and where his head is at, and it just works so well. And I gotta show you guys the praise again for those of us who read this and are able to either act or direct these. It's basically don't get in the way. It's like this plays out so beautifully. And when you read it, it comes to mind, and Michelle will concur with this, you kind of see where you want the camera anyway as you're reading this, as a viewer, as an appreciator of the written word.
That's
And so-
cool.
You guys write very visually, and it inspires us visually and how to shoot it, and you feel very fortunate to direct these scripts.
Yeah, it's really great.
And that shot, we talked about that background a lot and what we can have and what's public domain and what is going to cost us a fortune. And I was just saying, I just want his brain matter just
Yeah.
mixing in
That's great.
behind
That's
him
great.
at any given time, and it keeps changing.
And Jason from our props department ultimately created that for us.
Yeah,
Oh, he did? Oh,
it's terrific.
it's great. I love how I'm noticing it for the first time. I'm really paying attention to it for the first time. The fact that you put Charles Baker on the floor instead of on the futon there. He's sitting all the way his butt on the floor. I think it's interesting. Why was that, do you think?
I love the foreground of it. And we had him sitting on the couch before.
That's right, yeah.
And he sat down on the couch, and sitting on the couch is okay, but it just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't. I love this shot.
Yeah,
There.
great
All
it's
that,
a great
yeah.
shot.
all that stuff in the foreground, close to him.
Yeah, and then in the background too, the futon. Yeah.
It was so much fun to watch you guys rehearse this because I think, Brian, you have such great comedy chops. and you were able to get all these little comedy beats with these terrific actors, and it was just it was a really different kind of scene to work on for Breaking Bad.
It was fun. And
Skinny Pete, such a good audience.
He is.
I love it when he clutches the pillow.
He's the audience you want for your pitch for your Star Trek episode.
Matt Jones, Charlie Baker did a terrific job, and have for all the time we've been on the air.
You got some great faces in
This
here
is
too.
fun too.
Yeah.
Saul, Mr. Odenkirk, your character has some interesting clientele.
He does.
You know,
if he knew that Jesse was sitting out there.
I love that reveal of Lavelle too.
Lavelle, not to
Well,
let him
well,
in.
Bob, at this point, Saul has all this money has all this money. Why do you think he's still seeing clients?
That's a good question.
To keep up appearances, he wants to keep that money.
That makes sense. So this
his
is almost
big
like a money
score.
laundry now.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Just sit on it for a little while and then it's yours.
Yeah.
This was a lot of discussion. We had to completely make sure that he was a marijuana cigarette coming out of the outside of the package.
All right.
And we had to get it close up and make sure that it wasn't misconstrued as a normal cigarette.
I love Tina.
I know.
Tina's
Yeah.
great.
You know you can't smoke that up in here.
Tina Parker's great. Tina and Lavelle are great together.
Now, Vince, we had to do some visual effects here, didn't we?
Add a little smoke.
Yeah.
There was a little smoke needed to be added.
that
I
right?
think that shot there or this one.
Yeah.
The good news is I can't tell you which ones are which, but I think that
That.
one. Yeah. Just to make the smoke all match. That was all real though. This is all real.
Pull up a bong and take a seat.
Barn door open.
Did you get your tuggy interrupted? Is that what's
We had fun. That was the phrase for a number of weeks. Barn door open, no matter what we were doing. She was great.
It's based on something my wife sometimes says to me. She says, "Did you lock the office door?"
Quiet on this end.
You're great in this scene, Bob. This is
Thank you,
this is a
man.
great scene.
I haven't seen it yet.
This is it. You're watching for the first time. That's
Yeah.
right.
The lawyers.
What's it like? What's it like watching yourself, Bob?
Ugh.
I'll tell you what's difficult is Bob did a
Who's that
great
guy?
job. Actually matching dressing and tying a tie and doing dialogue, and that's not easy.
The
It
actor's
really
greatest
isn't.
challenge.
It's a challenge.
Olivier
Shocking colors.
refused to have ties.
Only snap-ons for
Velcro shoes.
You can only play 8-year-olds if there was a suit involved.
Why would you scratch
I love the way Saul talks with his hands.
Yes.
You actually don't need to hear what he's saying to
Little
know what
bit
he's
of,
thinking.
Yeah.
magic going on. Little distraction from the mouth. Don't look at the lips, and maybe you'll believe me. Wait, what did your lips just say?
But he's actually giving really good advice here. Jesse's about to get himself into some serious
That's
trouble.
true. That's true.
Saul always does.
Melissa, I'm glad you said that, because in the history of Saul Goodman, he has always given good advice.
Yeah.
He does.
But it comes out of that mouth, and it's like, it can't be. That can't be
Well,
right.
everything except keep cooking meth. That wasn't good
Yeah.
advice.
good.
And he
Okay.
gave that more than once.
I guess you're right about that.
Come on.
Well, once you're a criminal, you might as well stay.
Once you find your skill.
I love that on the wall there, right by your right shoulder. The lowest photo on the wall is a photo of you and Rob Wilson King,
That's
our
right.
original production designer.
The man who designed this set,
Yeah.
this crazy set, which he said was based on the law offices and things he'd seen around town.
But I believe the body that that Bob's face is photoshopped to is John Tolles.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that right?
Our cinematographer on the pilot.
Oh, I did not know
Good
that.
call.
Good call.
I always enjoy seeing this set because I feel like there's always a good angle here. There's always something new to see about Saul's world.
The University of American Samoa.
That's my
diploma
favorite.
That is my favorite too. Oh God.
All those piles of papers.
I like the picture of Saul Goodman in the balloon fiesta behind him. Oh my God.
We
I love how
never
you played with your tie there a minute ago. What did you say, Peter?
we never did the balloon fiesta. That was
Yeah,
always
we
we always
never
wanted
did.
to do something with that.
Yeah, we'd have to have been shooting in October. And, yeah.
I love this, Brian, because I feel like he's on an airplane. And so
Yeah.
it's a great reveal when you figure out where he is.
That was in the script that we didn't want to know until the very end. So it was actually not that difficult to set that up, to be absolutely honest. To be able to know how to shoot that and not reveal it until that moment when you go wide.
Very long lens, like way back.
Yeah,
at the end
long
of the,
lens, really short depth of field, and then end on that shot, which I
Nice.
liked.
That's actually my favorite photography in the whole episode. That that sequence there, and it's right. That was just shot in the entry hall to our
Our production
offices.
offices, yeah.
Here's
Very
the-
cost effective.
That's a real. That's not added in
That's-
digitally. That's a real.
It's a real roach, babe.
And it performed so well.
Unbelievably. It was like, yes! Whenever you see something happen that's magic like that and you get it in the, I think that was the second take or something, and it was done. And now this.
This is a great scene. My hat is off to you, my friend, because directing is hard, and I have never acted, and I've never had to direct while acting. I don't know how you do a scene this good while you're also acting in it.
Well, you start with good writing. That's the key. And then you have an idea where you want to go.
Talk me through this.
But I love how you chose to put the bags right between these two guys.
Yeah, I like that too. I did not see that coming, and it really does work. It works very, very well.
It's the thing that is the bridge and the chasm between the two.
Yeah, that's good.
And still has a point of view about what the lifestyle that Jesse.
He's still like a dad.
Yeah, he still has that. Come on.
Brian, when you're directing and acting, you take a scene like this and you're in the moment and you're looking at Jesse as you're acting. Are you ever thinking in your head what the camera is seeing? Is it hard to do the both?
There's always a sliver of awareness whether you're doing stage. You have to know where to hit so that the light will be on you, and you have to know certain things. But you try to work that out beforehand, and then trust it's going to be there and let it go, and then just
Do you watch
focus
it
in.
back? Do you watch takes back?
No, we don't
No?
have playback.
Yeah, we don't have that capability, believe it or not. Yeah.
I mean, it's an added expense and an added time. And if we did have it, we would have spent many times watching
Yeah.
something play
Well,
back.
especially
and
if you're directing yourself.
it's a little dangerous in that. So
I agree.
I had Nina Jack as my first assistant director and her great team. And Michelle was on there, and Peter was there. So
Melissa.
and
was
Melissa
there.
was there. Everybody was, willing and there to help keep an eye on things that I can't see from my perspective while we're shooting.
I love how you kept the focus on Jesse. It seems counterintuitive here because you're the one doing all the talking.
I really like that part. I thought that was where the story is more than who's talking.
Yeah, that's great. It's a
Yeah,
great,
great shot.
great
It's,
idea.
it's amazing how far these two characters have come.
That's right. I'm done.
So you trust Andy Vogelai and you trust Michael Slovis to tell you if they didn't get it or if something was out of focus
Exactly.
or whatever.
And then, after each take, I'd look over and Peter and I would talk, or Michelle and Melissa, and anybody who happened to be there with me at the time, is everybody pleased? And basically when you're acting in something that you're also directing, you try to establish and convey a couple points that you need to get. And did we get this and this? And if we did, that's great. Are you happy with that? Good. And then you confer with the actor to make sure you empower them. Were you pleased with that?
Someone looking after.
And then you impart your own points of view. Like when I told Aaron, let's do it again this time, just be better.
Try to pretend this is really happening.
Wow, I was waiting for something really profound there.
What shirt's he wearing? This I can't make this one out. Looks like an explosion from the A-Team or something. I don't know what's going on there.
Mike's
That's probably it.
If he was out there.
He's looking more and more like Walt too. His hair's getting shorter and shorter.
And that's not how you do things. So
He's trying to emulate me.
That was, by the way, yeah. I think on some level, actually, because that was because Aaron came to us in season, when was it? Season 4?
Yeah.
Or 5A?
No, I think it was 4.
When he said, "I think, what if I got my hair cut really, really short?" And he was actually thinking, I'm more and more on Mr. White's team, at least at that point. And maybe it makes sense.
Next would have been glasses.
Yeah, exactly, and a goatee.
When he shows up in Wallabies, then it's like, okay.
Goatee Wallabies and Aztec.
And an Aztec, that's right. I miss the Aztec.
If he does come
Aztec, as we speak, is parked over in the Sony lot, along with the camper, the Winnebago, the RV.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, over in Culver City.
Are they for the tour or something, or showing?
Well, they're keeping it safe. It's parked next to. We got a photo from Dennis Milliken, our head teamster. When he was over there making a delivery, a photo of the Aztec and the Winnebago and the Bounder, I guess it technically is, parked next to the Ghostbusters ambulance and the Green Hornet car with the machine guns in the nose.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's fun.
Peterson Auto Museum. Here we go.
It ought to be. It ought to be. I guarantee you'd be the only goddamn Aztec in the Peterson Auto Museum.
In the Hall of Aztecs.
In the crappy car wing.
In the
that
crappy car
Dennis
wing.
Milliken is in charge of.
this section I wanted to have some focus on Walt when he's earnestly telling him that I did not kill Mike, and I need you to believe me. How good of a liar he's become, and then the look from Jesse.
That's a
knowing.
great. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely. Right. Because you're both sharing a lie here. You're
Yeah.
both agreeing
To
Yeah.
not speak the truth,
Exactly.
and then finish it off with something like that. That's nice.
Wonderfully played.
I don't know.
One of the happiest moments
Hey,
for the
there's
White
RJ.
family.
Yeah.
It's RJ.
I'm eating. That's surprising.
What are you eating there?
Well, it's not breakfast. That's the surprise.
I think it was steak and
It
something.
was steak.
Did they do a good job making the prop steak there?
Yeah, for the most part, I had like 3 of them. That's the downside of eating in this scene.
Night out with the family.
Is that real wine? Or is that grape
No.
juice?
No real wine.
You sound disappointed.
It is.
No.
We gotta
It's
talk to SAG
not.
about that.
Say,
Change that
yes,
rule.
right.
Must be real wine.
Yes. He's hiding stuff from you again.
What's he up to?
And I like the shaky handheld on this because
Yeah.
it mirrors how he's feeling.
You know, if you look super duper closely coming up here, although you shouldn't be able to tell regardless, even if I point it out, you guys forgot to have the water on in the wide shot.
Yes,
So
I know.
So Bill Pulowski digitally put water in the wide
Well,
shot.
we got to have Bill do something. He's sitting around in his office waiting
and,
for.
He was hoping to do the vomit.
Didn't we also put a name on the bottle, on the pill bottle?
Oh
Like,
yeah, the close up on the pill bottle. I think it's already gone past.
There's,
it was
there's the fake water.
it was Walter, comma White instead of White, comma Walter. So we
Oh, is that
digitally
right?
flipped that around.
Oh,
yeah. You know, it's I tell you, it's like heroin. It's like the ability to fiddle with this stuff. It's what
Yeah.
happened to it's what's happened to George Lucas, I guess. Like I want Greedo to shoot
Yeah.
first. You know, you can change all this stuff now, and it's a very hard thing to not want to make use of.
I love that cut.
Yeah.
That's a great cut.
He
Yeah,
can't
it's a
find.
great
He
cut.
can't find his highlights magazine. So
Skip McDonald,
yeah.
our editor.
Walt Whitman?
No, actually, Kelly.
Oh, I'm
Kelly
sorry.
Dixon.
I'm sorry.
Dixon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry, Kelly. Kelly Dixon, the wonderful Kelly
Our
Dixon.
editors, our 2 editors, alternate each episode.
And they both are great. And I'd never been on a show that only had 2 editors. Typically, you have at least 3 editors. And we started off with 3 with Lynn Willingham and Skip and Kelly. But then Lynn left us, and we make it work with 2. And they work their butts off, but it works out, luckily.
Seems like a lot of work for just 2.
Yeah, it is. It is. Luckily, we have enough lead time, enough post time to get it done, but just barely.
But it also helps too because they're really focused and they know what you guys are
That
looking
is.
for always.
And they have Diane Mercer and Andrew Ortner
Yes,
keeping all of those, both those trains on the tracks.
that's well put. Yep.
I love scenes like this where you get into his head.
Yeah.
We discuss this a lot. It's like, what makes him go outside? And we just finally settled on something that felt right and that is just a hunch.
Yeah,
He just
spider sense.
felt something. And then I wanted to have a moment here where he is going, what the hell am I doing outside?
Mm-hmm.
This.
Yeah.
And you're wearing the robe, the Sony robe that we've had since the pilot.
Yeah. What was the story on that robe?
We had
Who died in that robe?
Who didn't
Somebody
die in
famous.
that robe?
Somebody famous died.
This is so nice. This is all one piece, I think, from here to the end of the act.
Yeah.
And it's so elegant.
I am annoyed by the goddamn license plate, though.
Oh, Vince, don't point it out. Nobody look. Nobody look.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Just, I don't know what happened.
It's a New Mexican license plate, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's got
look
the
at the
BB.
plate.
It's got the BB.
It's
yeah.
got 5
Whose
BB.
clever idea was that?
I don't know,
I don't know,
but
but
I did not
it's
sign off on
annoying.
that.
Yeah, none of us did.
Vince, you and anybody you told caught that. Not anybody.
Oh,
else.
I guarantee you.
Oh, sure, there'll be some nerd sitting around going, oh, yeah.
I think I saw something there. The license plate might indicate something that happens in future episodes.
I will figure out those numbers.
That's very good. Was that Wally Cox or Jerry Lewis?
That's a great shot.
That was very good. This gentleman did a great job.
Did.
I like his outtake on this. The
yeah.
car broke down.
Yeah, the damn car broke down on you here.
This is typical of picture cars. They almost never drive.
Yeah. Wayne DeHart.
Wayne.
DeHart. And he had a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
And,
And just such an expressive face. And we did a lot of casting. We finally found him in Texas. He put through our casting associates down there. And when I saw his face, the thing I think I uttered was, "Oh, please be good."
I've had that too before. You see the face comes up on the audition tape, and you're like, "Oh, please be good." I've said that so many times.
You have a good eye, you have a good eye for these faces. I always remember that from the season where we introduced the Cousins, and there was that Mexican town, and you had all these great faces.
Oh, man,
and
such good faces.
We went past
Look
it.
at that face.
That's a great face.
You love that.
Oh, I love the old guy. There's a shot of the old guy in Saul's outer office in this
Saul's office,
episode
too.
we had earlier. That was great faces.
I
there.
almost didn't get him because I think Michelle came by or something and said, would it be bad if I took that guy and put him in my episode or something? Do you remember that?
No, that's true. No, that came from me. No,
came from you?
That came from me because I said, "Is it too late? Could we use that guy as the guy who is driving?" It's in the episode after this one, 510.
Yeah.
Could we use that as the old guy with the ear flaps?
Oh, you're right.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you were
Yeah,
thinking about
we
that.
because we were casting apart. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right, Brian.
This
My
is-
apologies.
This was freaking cold this night. I visited the set with Michelle, and both of us wised up and said, "Let's go have dinner."
I just remember.
This is way too cold. out
I
here.
just remember Michael running next to Michael, next to the car,
Yeah.
trying to look at the, trying to keep an eye on the monitor.
Trying to keep an eye on the monitor. And this was difficult too because we had to. I wanted to match. I wanted that the Chrysler 300 to arrive at the same time that the car, the little radio controlled car, this shot.
That's a great shot.
wanted to have that
And
happen.
was Matt Props operating
Matt Props
the car?
was
Yeah.
on the car,
Yeah.
yeah. And I told him what I wanted to do, and he did it
And
perfectly.
he did it. Yeah, yeah. He was good at that remote control car.
The
And
other
that's
thing
a
that-
callback
the
with
other-
our remote control car in that cul-de-sac.
Right?
That's right. Well, we wanted to, and it ties this episode together with the next one. Another interesting makeup effect is Dean Stubble, because of course his stubble grows during the episode,
Yeah.
and it's all shot out of order, and so this was.
Guys, you're still on the clock here. Let's go.
Well, they
They did
glue
an
it on.
amazing job.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
When it's
Yeah, they did
this
great.
little, they do it hair by hair. They put it on in
Do they?
little pieces. It's very time
And
consuming.
then you got to make sure that this glue holding it on isn't shiny, and
Yeah.
it's all this minutia that goes into making these things. It's amazing. Or to be honest, any TV show, any movie, to be honest. The amount of work.
Yeah, that was something Tarday really labored over.
Yeah, Tar did a great job.
It takes a lot to make it look easy.
And
Yes.
I just, when I read this, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great for them to have this conversation and a boy is playing with a car in the background? Just this heavy foreground action and then a boy's toy.
Well, I love the sound effect of the which Nick Schuster. Nick Forshager, our wonderful sound effects editor, came up with for that, because it adds to the tension here.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
And Vince, you had considered bringing back the boy who had
Yeah.
operated the remote controlled car.
We looked into it. I think I think he couldn't work out it personally.
Well, he was
doing a movie
he was
or
doing a
a TV
movie.
show,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's quite a successful actor now.
He was one of the stars of Super 8.
That's right.
The J.J.
He
Abrams
was.
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, and we almost got him. We almost worked out, and then I think we changed our schedule, and it just didn't work.
He's a nice young man, though. He's good for him. He's having a great career.
Pretty sure him and Lacey talk sometimes. My
Oh, yeah?
my little sister, yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, that's cool. Your sister's a cutie.
She's a mess. She's gonna be the death of me.
This is a moment. It's a little bit like that moment when he decides to double back at the end of the last act, and I just love it.
Yeah.
Walt does.
This is one of the most tense moments when coming up here when he closes the garage door.
We when we all got the script, we were so blown away and impressed that you, as the writers, decided to have this moment in the first episode
Would never
of
have
the
guessed
last
that.
day,
Yeah.
because
Right.
you could have taken the entire season
Right.
for to have this moment,
Yeah.
and this was awesome. And it was like you were at a starting line. You shot a gun off,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we just
Boom.
take off.
And you
running.
shot one of the runners. Now run. See ya.
I remember reading this when the garage door goes down. I was just like, oh my god.
And this was an interesting scene to watch develop. You, Brian, and Dean figuring out how the physicality of it would work and how
Yeah.
far you'd take it.
Ooh,
It's just
great punch.
violent,
Ooh, that
short.
was a good hit.
I know.
And the thing that Dean and I were working on with Peter is that this is a scene about betrayal. He's not angry at me like he was angry at Jesse for what he pulled before and wanted to kill him.
Right.
He's hurt here.
Yeah.
He's in deep, deep pain.
Yeah.
And that's why he's holding on. We figured this out. I said, what if you just held on to me and squeezed me like you wanted to crush me like a grape because your heart is breaking?
You guys played the shit out of this thing.
Jeez, Dean's awesome.
Dean is awesome.
Right.
Both of you guys are awesome.
So
Fantastic.
proud of how this came out.
Really great.
Beautiful.
Really well done.
And you made it so physical
And-
and tactile.
Tactile. That's a good word. And when you banged into the garage door, you had to be careful not to bang in it too hard because you didn't want to pay for a new garage door, right? Seriously.
That was a comment. They said we can't hit it too hard.
We did have to ask the owners
We
if
had to
they
ask, but-
minded.
It
And
was
you
so
know-
important that kind of physical, that push was so important that I was.
Well, God
Held
bless
out for that.
Fred and June who own the house.
Yeah.
They're very understanding.
Back on chemo, and I am fighting like hell.
We actually had problems with the garage door in the next episode, but I'm not saying it was related at all.
You mean the garage door got hurt? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying
No
that.
garage doors got hurt in the making of this episode. And then the question arose, should you be bleeding this entire time? Because, facial cuts
Yeah.
bleed a lot, but it's like, that's too much of a deal to mess with. You don't want to be thinking about how much blood is coming out and mess up all the good acting in here.
And now he makes his appeal. This was so brilliantly written, Peter.
Thank you. Well, I love the way it's played, and I love that he's making this argument, and you kind of, I don't know, while you're making the argument, I believe it.
Yeah.
There is no point. There's no point to bringing this guy to
Yeah,
justice.
it's a valid argument. It is a valid argument.
But he's too righteous of a man to bend. Can't do it.
And then this, where there's that shift
It's
from
so great.
That's
that
great.
open vulnerability kind of drips away.
So shut it down.
And then you see little Heisenberg come through, and it's
Yeah.
And then
such a great shift.
That's nice.
And what I love about this ending is that you're not saying that just as a threat. It's you really don't want this to escalate.
This is probably the
Walter.
best thing to do. Yeah.
I would regret having to squash you like a bug. It's sort of like, yeah.
Of course. Would be to tread lightly.
This episode is full of these long two-handers.
Yeah, and Walt said he's doing him a favor by telling him,
Yeah.
warning
It's a
him.
warning.
Yeah.
It's not a threat. It's a warning. Yeah. Great last shot. I love the slight little
Just
breathe
a
back.
little tiny, and we went back as far as we could.
On the wall.
And Kevin Cordesco, our best fan ever. God bless him. He's passed away this year.
Good boy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Good young guy, 16 years old, passed away from cancer.
Who helped plant the seed of some things to come in the series.
Well, the people have seen that now. The very fact Gretchen and Elliot come back in large part is due to something Kevin said to me, that he wanted to know more about them. So, great episode, Brian. Great job. Great job.
Awesome.
Great job, everybody.
Great.
Very
Thanks,
nice,
everybody.
Peter. Very nice, guys.